Hello friends, welcome to our channel Civil Radar. In objective series, we discuss about 15 MCQ types questions related to civil engineering, and this video is useful for those students who preparing the civil engineering exams. Let's start the MCQ questions. The first one will be: in the plastic analysis, the shape factor for a circular section is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 or none of this. The answer will be 1.7. The MCQ will be: what is the shape factor for a circular section in a plastic analysis is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 and none of this. The answer will be 1.7. What is the shape factor? Shape factor is nothing but the plastic moment, the ratio of plastic moment to the yield moment, and the various shapes. The shape factor will be appear 1.5 for rectangular, 1.7 for circular, 2 to 2.34 for triangular, and for diamond it's 2, and the steel I section it's 1.12 to the 1.15, and the C section 1.17. okay, and the next question will be: for grade 8.8 volt has a nominal ultimate stress of 800 megapascal, 614 megapascals, 880 megapascal and none. The answer will be 614 megapascals. okay, and class 4.6, the ultimate tensile strength will be: if the class 4.6, the first number was 4 and 4 multiplied by 100, and the answer will be 400 Newton per mm square. It's ultimate tensile strength of class 4.6. in question the class will be 8.8. then ultimate tensile strength for class 8.8, 8 into multiply by 100, and the ultimate tensile strength will be 800 Newton per mm square. And next, the yield strength. What is the yield strength? Yield strength is a percentage of ultimate tensile strength. The what percentage? If the class 4.6, second number will be indicate the percentage. The 6, then 60% of ultimate tensile strength. In 8.8, the second number will be 8, then 80% of ultimate tensile strength. okay, in this case the class 4.6, the 0.60 around 60% is then 0.60 into 400, then yield strength will be 240 Newton per mm square. These are table for class 4.6, class 8.8 and class 10.9. okay, the ultimate strength of bolt, the first digit will be multiplied by 100, 4 into 100, 8 into 100 and 10 into 100. The answer will be 400, 800 and 1000. The yield strength of bolt, the second number will be on as a percentage, 60%, 80% and 90%, which multiply by the ultimate strength, and the answer will be 240, 640 and 900, but by specification it's taken as 940. okay, the next question will be: the maximum longitudinal pitch allowed in a bolt tension member is. What is the maximum longitudinal pitch in bolt in a tension member? 100 mm, 300 mm, 200 mm and 400 mm. The answer will be 200 mm. Maximum. What is the maximum spacing or longitudinal pitch? The center to center distance between the two bolts is called maximum spacing or pitch or longitudinal pitch. okay, the maximum pitch criteria is 32 into T or 300 mm. okay, and the minimum pitch will be 2.5 into D. What is the T and what is the D? The T indicate the thickness of plates. If we join the two plate like that, and one is 6 mm and one is 8 mm, then the 8 mm will be thickness of plate considered 32 into T. Okay, and the minimum pitch 2.5. What is the D? D is the diameter of bolt. The maximum pitch will be 32 T or 300, and minimum pitch will be 2.5 D. Between two maximum pitch or minimum pitch you consider as pitch. In a tension member, maximum pitch will be 16 T or 200 mm, whichever is less. In compression member, 12 T or 200 mm, whichever is less. In tacking bolt, 32 T or 200 mm, whichever is less. Or take a two value, and lesser two value you take in a maximum spacing or longitudinal pitch. Okay, what is the tacking bolt? If we join two plate with a bolt and you design two bolt, you find out this joint require 2 bolt, number of bolt are 2, then you provide 2 bolt, but the minimum pitch criteria was not satisfied, then you provide one extra bolt to the joint. This one extra bolt for satisfy the criteria of minimum pitch is called a tacking bolt. Okay, the next question will be, if the size of fillet weld is 6 mm, then the throat thickness is 4.2, 8.57, 3.1 or 1 mm. The answer will be 4.2. What is the effective throat thickness? The effective throat thickness is this portion and this portion. Between two distance between these portions are called a throat thickness. Okay, the effective throat thickness is 0.7 into size of weld, or minimum criteria will be 3 mm. Okay, so what is the size of weld? The size of weld have two criteria. Minimum size of weld is 3 mm, and the maximum size of weld, if the size of weld if the plate size will be less than 6 mm, then taken as 6 mm. If size of plate will be 4 mm, the size of weld be taken as 4. The second criteria will be the size of plate is greater than 6, then taken as S plus 1.5. If the size of plate will be given as 8 mm, then the size of weld will be 8 plus 1.5 is around 9.5. So taken as 9.5 as the size of weld. If the weld is round shape, then taken as 3/4 of plate edge thickness. Okay, and the next question is, maximum permissible slenderness ratio of steel tie like to be subject to a compression also is. What is the maximum permissible slenderness ratio of steel tie is subject to a compression? Okay, 250, 350, 450 or no limit? Its answer will be 350. These are the criteria as per IS for IS 800. Okay, 800. The slenderness ratio is nothing but effective length of member to the least radius of gyrations. Okay, and our criteria will be fifth criteria. The member normally acting as a tie member in a roof truss or a bracing system not considered effective when the subject to a possible of reversible of stress into compression resulting from action of wind and earthquake force. What is it told? In a tie member or a bracing system subject to a reversible of stress in a compression, this taken as 350. Okay, that one is for a compression member for a dead load and imposed load. This one is for a tension member and this one is for a compression member for wind and earthquake action, and this one is for under tension. The member is always under tension other than pre-tensions. Okay. The next question is what is the imperfection factor for buckling class C? The answer the 0.34, 0.76, 0.21, 0.49. The answer will be 0.49. As per IS 800, table number 7, page number 35, the buckling class A, B, C and D, the imperfection factor is 0.21, 0.34, 0.49 and 46. And the imperfection factor is used for a design of compression member. Okay, in our question, the class C, buckling class C, the imperfection factor is 0.49. Okay. The next question is what is the effective length and thickness of single lacing if the length between inner and fastener is 450 mm, and the answer will be 450 mm and 11.25 mm. The effective length is 450 mm and the thickness will be 11.25 mm. How the answer will be find out. For single lacing, the effective length of lacing will be distance between the inner and fastener. What is the fastener? The fastener is nothing but if you joint two plate or some two members with the weld, bolted connection, welded connection or rivet connection. These are called a fastener. If we provide weld, the inner distance between two weld is called the effective length of lacings. If you provide a bolt, the inner distance between two bolts are called the effective length of lacing. What the thickness of lacing? Thickness of lacing is greater than effective length by 40. Okay, for single lacing. For double lacing, effective length will be 0.7 into distance between two inner and fastener, and the thickness of lacing is LE by 60. Okay, greater than LE by 60. These are two criteria and we provide this criteria to the answer. Okay. The next question is calculate the strength of fillet weld per 1 mm of 6 mm size with the allowable shear stress in a weld is 100 megapascals. Okay. The answer will be 420 Newton. Okay. So how to find this answer? What is the strength of fillet weld? Strength of fillet weld is equal to the length of weld, effective length of weld into throat thickness into shear stress. Okay. In this question, the size of weld is 6 mm and effective length of weld per 1 mm. Okay. And allowable shear stress is equal to 100 mm. Those are multiply 1 mm effective effective length of weld, and throat thickness will be 0.7 into S size of weld. The 0.7 into 6 into shear stress, allowable shear stress 100. Then answer will be 420 Newton. Okay. The next question is what is the axial force equation in double lacing systems? These are equations and the right answer is F is equal to Vt divided by 4 sin theta. So how the answer will be fine? These are lacing systems. These are double lacing systems and these are a single lacing system. Okay. And for single lacing system, for this axial force is equal to Vt divided by 2 sin theta. What is the Vt or what is the sin theta? Okay, the Vt is equal to transverse shear and is equal to 2.5% of axial load on column. What is axial load on column? into multiply by 2.5 percentage, then find the transverse shear, and theta will be inclination with the vertical axis, of lacings. Okay, this shear in a double lacings, Vt divided by 4 sin theta. In a single lacing, Vt divided by 2 sin theta. And the next question, which is which IS code used for wind load? And IS 875 part 1, 2, 3 or 4. The answer will be IS 875 part 3. And this IS code 875 part 1 is for a dead load, 2 is for a live load, 3 will be wind load, and 4 will be for a snow load, and 5 for a special load, and 8 IS 1893 code for earthquake resisting designing and construction of building. The next question will be as per IS 456, the pH value of water shall be less than 6, equal to 6, not less than 6, or equal to 6. The answer will be not less than 6. Okay. As per IS 456, close number 5.4.2, page number 40, the pH value of water shall not less than 6 mm. And mixing or curing of concrete with the sea water is not recommended because the presence of harmful salt in a sea water. Okay. The next question is, as per IS 456, how many percentage of reinforcement provide as a sign reinforcement if the depth of beam exceeding 750 mm? The answer will be 0.1 percentage of wave area. As per IS 456, close number 26.5.1.3, page number 47, but the depth of wave in a beam exceeding 750 mm, the side where the depth of beam of wave is beam exceeding 750 mm, the side reinforcement shall be provided along the two face. The side, if the depth of beam is exceeding 750 mm, then you provide both sides side reinforcement not less than 0.1 percentage of wave area. Okay, and the spacing will be two side of the face not exceeding 300 mm. Okay. The next question will be, as per IS 456, the unsupported length between end restraint shall not exceed m time the least lateral dimension of column, where m is 60, 40, 20 and 30. The answer will be 60. As per IS 456, close number 25.3.1, page number 22, the slenderness limit for a column, the unsupported length between end restraint shall not exceeding 60 times the least lateral dimension of column. Okay. For a cantilever slab, the span to effective depth ratio should not exceeding 21, 26, 07, 20. The answer will be 07 for cantilever slab span to effective depth ratio. Okay. As per IS 456, close number 23.2.1, page number 37, the span up to 10 meter, the effective span to effective depth ratio, type of beam for cantilever 7, for simply supported 20 and continuous 26. For greater than 10 meter, the L effective upon D ratio multiply by 10 upon span in a meter. Okay. If the cantilever, if the simply supported greater than 10 meter, then 20 LE upon D ratio divided by 10 divided by span. Okay. The 20 multiply by 10 by span this for a effective span to depth ratio. Okay. The next question is, the individual variation of concrete cube test results should not be more than 20% of average, 80% of average, 50% of average, and 21% of average. The answer will be more than 50% of average. As per IS 456 clause number 50.4, the page number 29, the test result of samples shall be average of strength of 3 specimen. If the average of 3 specimen will be 22, then the plus or minus 50% of 22 its individual variation should be valid. Okay. If the test result will be 20 or 24 or 26, then average of this value will be 23. Okay, average is around 23, and plus or minus 50% of 23 individual variation will be allowed. Okay. Thank you friends for watching this video, and share, subscribe and like this video for more student will be show this video. And thank you for join Civil Radar. Okay.